Okay then, and everything should work now as intended. Controllers live, and here we go, I guess. Alright, so the first one is just going to be this level pack right here, and, well, Drunken Flight. Sorry. I just had to check which one to split at. So, the way the time works is that the timer starts when I hit OK here on the first one, and this is a bit of a tricky setup, but 3, 2, 1, go. And here we either want to pick Zoe or Larry. Really, it doesn't matter because, well, it's both very, very quick, like that. Sometimes Larry can die, and sometimes Zoe dies, and so on. And the time you see there is actually very insane hard to get, so. The second one, we picked John Jim because it's required. And the thing about a boost is that we only want to use it when we lose speed. So when we climb a hill, like over here, we actually want to use a little bit of boost. And same thing right here. And lastly, right here. Right here you can use some boost, but it really doesn't matter when you use it. And the way the checkpoints work in this game is there are two kind of checkpoints. There are yellow and there are orange. The yellow checkpoints are checkpoints that you have to go through, and the orange checkpoints are checkpoints you can respawn at if you die, which we are probably going to do. And well, actually we're going to exploit that a couple of times throughout the run, that you can respawn at the orange ones. If you do respawn, it will actually refill. We're just going to do it right here because why not? This ramp will actually give us a lot of speed, so we didn't lose any time there. Except for maybe going off, you know. I mean, whatever. Now, this is the first little shortcut. It really is a intended shortcut, so no worries. This one is a perfect... Okay then. This one is a perfect example of, well, the game having two starting points. One when you first load up the level, and one when you restart to the first checkpoint. These two are apparently different, and there are some minor differences. Like in this level, you can actually do it faster if you have the reset one, and that's all great. Now, this one, you'll probably notice my time being somewhat lower than what we're going to get, and the reason for that is that if you reset at the orange checkpoints, you gain boost, and if you just hold down boost, you can actually complete this level faster than the in-game timer. But because this is real time attack, we can't. We can't just reset and loading times and such, and it's all just a big mess. So therefore, we actually try to do it as few times as possible, but we can't really avoid dying in this game, as that is extremely hard. You will see a very, very short list. And there we have it. I almost click reset, but it wouldn't matter anyway, so. And next level. Now this one is the first level where we pick Larry, except for maybe the starting level. And here, and bam. And we have our first split. Now, great. Yes. So I just found that he is actually very much faster than Zoe in this level, just a couple of days ago, so that's why I just broke that. Old Cabin Hill is a John and Jimmy level. What more can I say? It's just... okay then. And, like, I mean, it's just... you pretty much just drive right here, try to conserve as much momentum. The boost meter fills up if you get jumps like this one, but you don't really, like, oh, that's bad. You don't really need it that much. Like, I mean, of course you can go faster and everything, but I mean, there's no, and like, I mean, those arrows don't ever kill anyone, so bam. And I think we are going to get introduced to the blue balls. So what the blue balls essentially are in this game are balls that are very, very fast. No. And we will get hit a couple of times. Sometimes on purpose though. Like you saw right there, they are deadly. Because they are definitely somewhat random. RNG, my friends. And that is not RNG, that is just bad game from my part. And here we go, and bam, and checkpoint, and god damn it. I mean, this is actually just child's play. And he will most notably see the blue ball yet again, back at it again, and we will probably die. Sometimes right here. Bam, I think we got it, hopefully. Yes. So those mines are a death trap, and it usually requires multiple tries to get it down. But we did it, so no need for weeping. And bam, death. Next track, Whiplash. This one is a bit of a hard one, even, like, I mean, casually this is probably one of the worst levels because it just is so random. I think I got it though. Yeah. Sometimes that happens, and I am actually somewhat embarrassed that happened. Because it just means I'm a bad player. But, you know, whatever. And boost. No. God damn it. As you saw, it can and will happen. So imagine trying to do this casually. It's hell, I can tell you that. That ramp is not even, and here we go, and cannons on main. Now this one I should have probably picked. Oh well. So the thing about this character Zoe is that she has a high acceleration because she has a gun. She also has a high top speed, but she has terrible turning. I mean, ever tried to turn a motorbike, and you probably know. And that is not good news. Not a fourth time, please. And just through here. And sometimes we can get that. Industrial power. This one you'll see big games through potential with this ring ball always glitching out. Like it's 99% of the time. It glitches out in the first. And it is great. You'll see we can... No, we won't. Bam. Sometimes I actually break too much right there and we just lose time. And this time I forgot to break, so great on me, I guess. Here you can do a front flip, doesn't really matter, we don't use all the boost anyway. And here, and poor Jimmy. And poor John. And new record. Nice. Next track, rooftop hop. This one is crucial to get the right jump. As in, I have never done it before, so it would be pretty nice to do it in a marathon. So here's the first jump. Nice. No. Now, we want to just go a little bit to the left. If you got it just right, you would have a soft landing over here, and you could probably do it in like 14 or 15 seconds. Definitely worth practicing just a little bit more. Now we have meat grinder. What is this level is all these death contraptions laid down in a small path. So we try to... I mean, this part is not that bad. And this last part is somewhat random. And I just got it. Great. And here we have another bear. Now this one we want to actually pick Zoe because she makes... First off, she has great acceleration, but she also is quite a skinny character compared to some of those in the cars. So, I mean, where she hits one barrel goes... I mean, the other characters might hit that, so... No. No. What happened there was... I gained too much speed right here, and I didn't get this one. And even if I did, I would just tipped over, so... And that doesn't happen often. Bam. 4 seconds late, whatever. We make do. Next track, Home Rigger. This one, another guy just recently got the world record. I think he used Scott, and he goes like this. So good on him for getting the world record, but you know, it ain't a marathon, so he can reset, he can use all the checkpoints, and I mean, right there, that would have been a reset, and you know, generally it's easier to just farm up one level. But good on him for, you know, getting a level on the best of the best time. And bam, I fucked that up in the ending. Next track, Run for Cover. This one we also want to use Junior. And that happens sometimes, I guess. So, I mean, if you haven't noticed already, those cannons are not our friends. They are somewhat random, and that their tracking ability varies from time to time. So they might hit you one time and they will not hit you the next time, such on. I mean, sure, we could time it, but what's the fun in that? And I just done goofed on that part. Bam. There's still time to make. I mean, really, it's just about getting those Larry levels and the rest in under 1 hour. And the rest is like actually the hard part. Here we actually want to break, and I think I fucked it up. Yeah, I did. So this part we can actually take as fast as we want, but we just have to slow down for this jump, and then we can go bang on to full speed. Bam. Next track, Redneck Robin. This one, it is somewhat faster to do it with Larry, but Larry dies a lot. So that is why you're going to see us get 16 seconds later. Me. Actually, just me. Watch me get it. And... God damn it. So again, those cannons are not our friends, if anyone was wondering. And I think I just overshot it, but none's the matter. And I think we need the boost. God damn it. I mean, again, this game acts funky like all the time. And there we see a good example of what not to do, because every time we're in the air, there's a chance of getting hit by cannon, there's a chance of just dying on impact, there's a chance of the game just deciding it does not want us, and of course we cannot accelerate while in the air. So there's that too. Downhill fun run. Bam, so now there's a cannon right here that might sometimes kill me. Thank you. Bam. The second one is just nah. These things down here sometimes kill you. Just solely. And not today. Sometimes I slide out there. These hooks I don't actually think I've died to yet. Just because Zoe is just so much slimmer than Earl. You always die right here. But none's the matter. God damn it. This first cannon right here will kill you if you just drive straight towards the checkpoint. God. This game. Someday I'm going to look back at this and I'm just going to think, why? And there we go. Did that just fire air? And here we'll see these boost pads for the end. Those cannonballs don't hit us because we're accelerating. Okay, then. I think... Okay, this one is another shortcut. So what you want to do is just bam, bam. Did I lose anything important? No, I didn't. And we just want to wait for Wrecking Ball, pull back. I actually got the Wrecking Ball glitched out once, and I should have used that. The thing is, I was too afraid to, so I mean, I lost the personal best on this level because I didn't want to, you know, risk it. It was a marathon, so. Oh god damn it. The menus in this game are not good, if anyone is wondering. Like, casually, you can get to play the same level twice sometimes. Beautiful, beautiful. So that was a shortcut, actually. Because those log rolls are impossible as Zoe. Very possible as Earl, but Earl is a very slow character. And here we want to see the same thing. Same shit, different day. Please. Yeah. That is close to perfect on this level we will ever get. Now that is actually another one. So here we want to pick the Yangs because of their Tokyo drift car. The thing about drifting in this game is it is very, very difficult to, you know, get it just right. Not because it's a terrible mechanic, but because a lot of the time you want to go, like you think you want to go in like a curve, and you try to, and then it just turns too much, and really it's not a great drifting mechanic. There, I think I got it. So, and the drifting allows us for more boost, which, and no, at least I got the boost. So if we die right here, we will get plenty of boost back. Again, getting blue balled. No. Yeah, it would not do. So usually you can probably survive a hit or two from these things because they... And we... I think with Zoe you could drive up on the inside right here. And no need. Bam, bam. And we got it. Now there is no penalty as far as I'm aware for the different terrains, so... No, I didn't get it. For driving on different terrains, so I mean, driving on grass is just as efficient as driving on, you know, the road. So here we wanna... Boost isn't that important, it is part of the level anyway. Oh my god, I almost hit. And just through here. I just lost control of the car, that's all. Bam. Road trip done. Mountain Pass 1, this is really where you're going to see this is a speedrun and not just a casual playthrough. This is one of the levels that I've practiced the most, and hopefully it goes well. So what we see right here is the first major skip. I would like to call it that. And right here again, another skip if I get it right. I don't. And watch out for the microphone there. Boom, beautiful. So you're probably thinking to yourself, how much of this level is he actually skipping? And just to put it into perspective, normally this level is played with Yang. God damn it. This level is played with the Yangs, and it takes about 3 minutes. So getting it down to below that is great. And I'm just snoozing, so that means I must be lucid, right? Yeah, right. So this is the more secure version of what I tried to do right before. Just get on up here and bam. And I think we got plenty of boost. So the thing is, this last part is like an M. So we would have to normally drive through. The middle part, it's like U, whatever. Letters. And then come back over to the peaks. But instead of doing that, we just go like this and great. Yes. Nice. That is probably the jump I wanted the most in this run, so. Terrible time, but you know. Mountain Pass 2. This one you also see, it's the same level actually. That is a very fun fact. It's the same level but just backwards. They probably thought, hey, this has too much potential to go to waste. And looks like we have to go long this time. Please don't die. I mean, a lot of things have gone right in this run already, so I mean, I'm not too worried about the time. But again, really, it's about just getting those Larry levels in the right amount of tries. Like, I mean, you can get stuck on those for days. There it is. So it's the same level, just backwards, and I mean, other levels probably have like frame perfect inputs and such. This game cannot do that. It physically cannot. Not as far as I'm aware. So right here, there is a giant jump right here. Right, if you just continue that way. And it makes you go straight to the finish. But it's really risky. Works like 1 in 10 times. So it's not really worth doing. But it's what I did to get my best lap on this map. I mean, there are some things that could have been improved. Grand Rock Hotel, this one you can pick 2 different characters. I think Zoe and the Yangs. I picked Zoe because I hate playing the Yangs. And there is a trap part first here, and there's a trap part at the end that both characters really dislike. So like, I mean, just to keep me sane, I picked Zoe. Here we're going to go just in between because there's a giant Dragon Ball and such, and those things happens to glitch out sometimes. So here, bam. If we actually don't lean back, sometimes Zoe dies from the impact. he will see why I picked Zoe. And there are these things, right? But you can just go like this, bam, bam. And there should be no match. I mean, sure, you could probably do it with the Yangs with great timing and patience. But I have neither of those, so I have to do with Zoe. And probably the biggest argument of picking the Yangs is this last part. First, there's this giant hill where you have to slow down to not die. The Yangs just usually can go through right there. And I just broke my controller, great. Bam, rock. Please just let me down. Yeah. So what I just meant by broke my controller is one of the buttons just fell off and it's not really great. I need to buy a new one. He will boost just a little bit. Now this is another compelling argument for the Yangs because those guys drive at like 230, I think. So this last part is way faster, but so he makes up for it in the first part of the level. So are we driving really, really slow? I can't actually seem to tell. Oh, it's because I set it to miles per hour instead of kilometers. Patim. And here we go down into the ditch. Bam, bam, come on. Just let me fix my controller real quick. And parking simulator. Here you see the greatest use of another character in this game. So again, this level takes forever with the Yangs. But luckily there's another character available called Junior. And the thing is, Junior doesn't actually touch the ground, he hovers. So when there's a spinning platform in the middle of the level, he just hovers over it. He is not affected, and he can also go between the different mines. This part is also really easy. Bam. This might look like personal best for this level, so good on me, I guess. God damn it. No, no. Well then. This part, the level usually just blows up and it is random if you die or not. So I mean, great on the game, I guess. And I did complete it in a great time right there. Gumsy and Gomar Theme Park. For this level, we're picking yet again Zoe. Zoe's just such a great character. And she also has her own level pack, of course. Like a lot of the other characters. And boom. Please, yes. And here we want to make sure we hit this checkpoint because those hammers will kill us. But not today. These hammers up here are not that dangerous at all because there's a safe spot in the middle. Now the next part right here with baseball bats, this part is actually something that has really been bothering me. Getting it right, and I just can't seem to. Doesn't matter what speed I'm going at. It's just whenever I get it, I get it. So that might be a minute. Bam, please. So again, that can happen. I mean, it's just, this game is sometimes just the worst in terms of timing, and we'll just wait. Oh yeah, great. No. Did two of the bats interlock or something? No? That one, the first one, just seems to spin around just a little bit. God damn it. And not really do anything. And we got it. Now this part can be messed up. Almost. Ah, indeed. Well then, let's just back at this. So this is really just the bane of my existence. It doesn't matter how many times I practice, I have found no consistent solution to it. I should have been a bit more careful. Well, it is what it is. And please, yes. And we got it. In the bag. And I'm supposed to be like a speedrunner of this game of some sort. Human blender. Next level, the main event. This level is by far the worst in terms of level design in this game. Because you saw right there that you could pick 3 characters. So let's just start by explaining why I chose the Yangs. Well, with the 2 other characters, Pedro and Junior, cannot make it through these ramps. So loops. So let's just explain the first one. Pedro. The reason for this is that his car just dies like half the time on the second loop, and it is very, very random. So therefore the Yanks is just a better alternative. Like, even if you die right here, you would still save a lot of goddamn time. And then we got Junior. His camera messes up, so like, I mean, I guess technically you could just learn how to do it and then control from there. But I guess it's not really that much faster if you could even pull it off. And here, if you have too much speed, you go over, but that is fine because we need our car reset anyway. Because it does not take 2 rounds on this. Usually it doesn't take a checkpoint, so. I mean, the first ramp right here is fine. Every single character does that. No, it's the second ramp right here that's the problem. Bam, you see the Yanks even get hit, but Pedro just kind of dies right there. So it is really annoying, but it's how it is. So bam, right here, getting ready for a big jump, and my one wheel just locked. So the nice thing about these bigger cars in this game is that your car can progressively take damage and just actually keeps on driving until you do not want anymore, which is apparently pretty far. I mean, it can just take beatings and just sometimes just drive without a lot of the parts. And as long as Yang is alive, he won't, you know, bam. He, like, I mean, the game won't reset you at the checkpoint. This one, car parkour. So this one has one of the most tricky obstacles of the game, except for maybe the Larry. So there you saw another example of the game clock. Okay, so yeah, this one is definitely one of the more tricky. Not this obstacle in particular, because you usually just drive up at high speed, then brake, and it should be all good, like 10% of the time. And we got a lot of tries because it's just after the checkpoint, thankfully. This part is just a taste of what's to happen right here. So we get the checkpoint, and I always reset, boost. So this is the hardest obstacle in the game. So it might take a couple of tries. I mean, the other one with the bad and bad, like, I mean, it isn't because it's hard, it's just sort of weird. This one is actually just because it's hard to control the car after multiple landings. And I think I might have got it. I mean, sometimes the game, whatever, messes up right there, and the car just flips and everyone dies. And that didn't happen, so props to me, I guess. Again, but quicker. Nice. Here, just full 180. It's not that hard. You just hold down the key. No, we cannot just skip a checkpoint. See, damn. God damn it. Don't be fooled. It might seem like I'm stuck right here, but actually it's just me just playing the game very, very, very casually and being very bad at it. And thank you. So here it is, very much quicker in any settings to reset, even if you haven't been hit by anything, because it lines you perfectly up with that ramp. And this is the last obstacle course of the level pack. You just boost down here and split coming up right here. So that actually leaves us 17 minutes to finish Larry levels. So Larry levels, well, what can I even say? Larry is this crazy guy in a lawn chair who, for the most part, I think the story is that he is on his way to the science fair or something, and then at some point his evil twin decides to drug him so that he will fall down and die. So the evil twin can win the science fair. And we just go to reset right there to line it up. And that is a very, very nice thing about the Larry levels, is that if you die, you can just, bam, reset, line it up, and not die on that tree. Twice. And there you have it. That's the first Larry level. Next track, laser focus. Now it's just going to introduce us to, well, lasers. I don't think they have been in the game before, so... No, they haven't. And there is a yellow checkpoint, the first in the Larry levels. Very much, mind you. And thank God we didn't get that. Oh, not thank God. I just thought we got it because these rooftops look so similar. But you want to hit that and not like that. Hold up. Yeah, just move a little and bam. That is fine. That is nice. And right here we just want to give it max. Bam. Hot diggity, you did it. Nice. Next trick, log on target. So there we have another example of the game timer. The game clock, we call it, whatever. Thank God for orange checkpoints. And not like that. Bam. So Larry can actually build momentum by just pointing forward just a little bit and just tapping it so you can keep him level. And here we go, slow down and just turn around. Sometimes you can get that in full speed. So if I don't goof on this part. So I think this part of the game could probably be done by a task. Just because it contains so few random elements that you could probably make a computer do it. Except for, is it this level? Yeah, it's this level. Which is also very random. I get killed by an arrow. So I will not, bam. Go right here and no, sometimes that works. He will just hit his chair and get out there. There probably is someone who is better at Larry levels than me. Maybe they can even use, I think his name is Scott this time, because he can fly and not Junior. To complete them, I don't actually know. Oh my god. And there we have, these last two are actually very much great. So yeah, some of those lasers are unreal and such and such. I think it's the next level we'll actually gain a lot of momentum and we will also see lasers that are not real. And we're looking pretty good on the time for this one. I mean, Larry levels takes a lot of time, and 15 minutes would not be bad per se. But if we get it in under an hour, this might be a world record. Bam, I even broke my own record for this one. Bam. What do you even say about that? Stunt planes, so... I mean, you see I did this exact same thing twice. And one time I die, and the other time I don't. Now, why is that? That is because of the game timer. Go down, up. Come on, don't die. God damn it. So these planes really, really dislike me. I think there is a last part of this level is probably the bane of my existence. And god damn it. This part usually don't take this many tries. But it just seems to go all out and just not giving it to me. I was totally through the ring. But I guess it's really his chest that counts. So. And I've learned from my mistakes. So we're going it's very, very slow right here. And get the fuck out again. And please. And here we get 2 freebie checkpoints. I mean, we get 1 freebie. There. And now for the second most hardest part of the game. So the car parkour might not have seemed that way, but that is really the hardest part of this game. And this is probably the second hardest part, just because of the planes. And that is the reason, because you cannot evade. So you have to time it in a way that these planes don't hit you. And everything is... and well, to see the thing about going slow, which we weren't going to do anyway, but if you go slow, if you choose that lifestyle, you get hit by these bombs that follow you non-stop. Please, please, plane. And plane, and please. Yeah, see that. So what happened right there was I misjudged the time of the plane. So I thought the plane would come sooner than it actually did. And I think that is not great timing. So the finish is right over there, and you can sometimes die there, which is like a spooky thought. God damn it. So this part of the game would definitely not recommend playing it. Ever. I mean, it's just so different from the rest of the game. It's like whenever someone says, oh, I don't like mini games inside my platform, or well, this is exactly that. A sort of giant mini game. And now I would actually like to do it. So focus up right here. And plane, please. Just for the record, I could have probably gotten a... He will record if it wasn't for this one level. There. Nice. Plane. Yes. Nice. So I hate that level. That is a common glitch, which I should probably just pause this. Was it this one? No, it was this one. So what happened right there is a glitch where if you press A on a gamepad twice when pressing next level, it will actually skip a level and load the next one, which isn't allowed per se. So what is going to happen right here is I'm just going to sit here and wait. I mean, I could just reload the game. I mean, you saw my goddamn time, it's awful. So there's no like finger pointing he did anything wrong, like cheating or anything. Then I would definitely just call that part out. I mean, you all saw the glitch happening, but that is a known glitch, and I really hate it. Rocket science. So the previous one was stunt planes. Now we go to trigger trip. So I'm just going to start the clock again right now, I guess. That would be fair. And Larry. Oh yeah, this level. So just get back in the groove of things. We have these lasers. Now you might think lasers, that seems a little bit extreme. Yes, but some of them aren't real. This first one I think is very much real. No. And some of them you just go through if you have enough speed. So that level takes 17 seconds. I mean, you could probably do it faster. Tripping hard, this one is the last one. So again, I said Larry levels in, what, 15 minutes? And we are actually about to hit that, so we got 1 minute to. So that would be a perfect one of this level. Come on, please. Yes. So that right there is probably the hardest part of the level. Another hard part is, well, the vision. Your vision gets blurry if you've been alive for about 20 seconds, and it really messes you up. But for most part, it's just annoying, not really like life ruining. Like, I mean, it destroys your depth perception. There, come on. Not that you have any anyway, but and we got it. Bam, Larry levels. Now we go over to the next track. Hill. This is Child's Play, I think. Yeah. So the thing about this one is that sometimes John and Jimmy die, so I would like to pick Jack and Jill, but my processor can't handle that and recording because of the rope. So let's just hope everything goes smoothly. Like, I mean, this level is really goddamn laggy compared to other levels. And I actually don't know why. I mean, is there some secret underground bunker or anything? Or is it just the amount of entities trying to kill you in this one? I mean, then there should be another level. So this level is made like in the same kind of style that the first two level packs are made. You know, arrows trying to kill you and giant saw blades. And that is really like it, I guess. There. I mean, it's just Like, I mean, you can really feel that these levels are what the developer wanted to make all along. First off, because they made so many, and second, because they're just such delight to play. And there you'll see that variable length wasn't real, or at least the very back of it wasn't. And I just done goofed on that part. There. Oh yeah, it's because I'm mixing two levels up. Because they take place in the same place, and well, that's just me being goofy. Here. Now what you will see is, if you didn't know about driving in the middle of the road, that part would have been very, very tedious. Because those cars does not slow down for cyclists. This part, you can sort of guess what the premise of this one is. These cars trying to hit you, I mean, they are predictable in the sense that, oh no, I almost have that one. So you can just do this instead. And that will kill me, god damn it. So no boost. Hit barrel, please. Yes. Boost, boost, boost. Okay. Please do not hit pedestrians. And what we saw right there was a little bit of boost you can get from getting hit by the cars, which is a very, very dangerous game. But it can happen sometimes, especially at the very end. If you die, you set back right here, but all the cars are also set back in their starting position. Which means that all the cars that have now crashed into weird places. Like there should be one right in there somewhere. Cars like that one, they get reset and ready to kill you again. But instead we can just go straight for the finish and... Oh, I hear one there. Oh, nice. Oh, please. Yeah. So what you just saw there was a boost, and that is actually very, very nice. Next, construction zone. This one is simple. Avoid some obstacles and drive up and go to the very end. I think there might be a way to shortcut that last part with an ejection. But I'm not too sure on that one. This one, we can get this with pretty consistency. And bam, and through here. This one is like the easiest. Bam. And these hooks, I swear they are a pain. Because sometimes they swing independent of each other, and sometimes they swing both at the same time. So this kind of confirms that there is no shortcut to be found right here. I mean, maybe if you could theoretically drive off and eject onto this one, you could. Now, the thing about this level is, you see that, you just go, nah, not today. And you just break your own record like that. 19, great. Now this one took some figuring out. So what you want to do is go like that and brake. And I think I'm doing it wrong. No. So it's definitely just that. It should just be this. So what you see right here is actually known as a struggle. You know, when you've done something wrong the first time and you just ain't that good at it. And that was too much speed. And get it, please. So I practiced this just yesterday and seemed to got it like 90% of the time, and there we go. And today I just couldn't get it, so. And that should be that. So that is the whole level pack in like 5 minutes. Now we go over to Zoe level pack, so that is great, I guess. Bam. Now Zoe's whole deal is that she wants to be a daredevil. So, well, she can't be a daredevil, she can't jump, I guess. You know, Evil Knievel style daredevil. Please? Yeah. Oh, I didn't break. Please come up menu. There we go. This one, Redneck Roller Coaster. Another great example of, I mean, it's the kind of level they just put in because they had to. I mean, it doesn't feel very personalized, or it's just, oh yeah, this is a giant roller coaster with some saw blades on it. Which is probably very exact thoughts when we build it. So here we actually go off the path on top of the hut if we don't fuck it up. And we double fuck it up. So here we can save this, don't worry, by just going like this. So normally you would jump off the roof of the hut and go back onto the track. It's just a little bit faster and it looks better. So in this part we can boost a little, it won't make any sort of difference. We just save a little bit boost for the end. And here normally you would go through there and I just done goofed. Great. So now I mean, yeah, so much for that, right? And you want to slow down just a little bit. Bam! There, we got it. And those 10 seconds are because I went off the track and we started and everything. Here we see, and just because I have such a nice record, I'm just only going to take the first part here at high speed. The part I actually know how to do. So from here on out, we're going to use the brake button. And the reason for that is that Zoe is very fragile. And in a marathon setting, this is not a great level, really. And I even got a decent time, so. I mean, you can do 30 tries on that and not get it right at full speed. So getting it just right at maybe 3 seconds later is way better. So this first ramp is not even, so we have to do a little bit of trick right there. Where we quickly flick the controller to get it just right. And sometimes you won't make that. So you just restart and just boost all the way. And you just jump over. And sometimes this won't work out, so you just reset. And I actually think I didn't die, so. Full stop right there, if you can do it. And great. So why do I keep running this game? Okay, so it started out as an easy way to get a world record in anything speedrunning related. And I got the fastest time of 2 hours. Now 2 hours is a lot. Especially now that I have a lot more tricks and such and know-how of the game. And not just pick Zoe for every single level. And I think we're going to die again. Yeah. Whoa, I didn't even know this path existed. This is way better. I will use that next time. I mean, look at that, I even broke my record. Next track, Shining Moment. Now, this one is all about, well, these few hoops. And the thing is, you have to do 6 hoops. 1, 2, and 3. And the first jump is quite simple, it's just holding forward speed. But the next 2 are just a pain. And then the third ones are pretty much impossible. Is there any sort of trick here? Not that I'm aware of. So, I mean, anyone who finds like a consistency trick to this and teaches me it, I would be so glad. But here, bam, ramp, and we just slow down a little bit, and bam. So what happens here is that we actually have to reset. Had this been the third set, we could have done a little bit of a trick. Because there are different sizes of checkpoints. I know that might seem weird. But there is the normal size, which you will see pretty much anywhere. Please? Yes, I got it. And then that one was a bigger checkpoint. This is also a bigger one. Also a bigger one. The biggest checkpoint is in the level Desert Run or whatever. The Great Escape. I don't actually know what it's called. It's the end of the Mexican levels. And that is the Zoe levels. So Desert Legend, the last level is Gringo Run or something. I think this one was called Gringo Run. It's now in this one where probably is some shortcut to be discovered just by the looks of it. But I really don't think so. Because everything is sort of optimized to a great level. I like to eat those where again, the first part is very optimized. The second part is just me fooling around, trying to make it. So here you can do this little jump if you need boost. And sometimes you'll just die, because why not? I'm going to do the jump again. Same thing back here, so we stick to the right path instead. And boost right there through there. Here we want to go over. And I just way shot that past. Doesn't matter. So here there is a theory of it actually being faster to just turn back. and go that way around, but I mean, I have found no answer to that, like at all. And here, up here, we see those blue balls, and they can kill you, definitely. And sometimes they do. Special delivery. This one is pretty much drive across the desert. Don't get killed. Yeah, let's just call it that instead. Drive across desert, don't get killed. I should probably come up with alternative titles to all the levels. But drive across desert, don't get killed. Bam. So like, I mean, just because I'm the only runner of this game, it really doesn't matter what I do. I can pretty much get the world record by now. Like, I mean, I have to outdo myself each time, but that is not hard as of yet. I think the next checkpoint is like 1,000 meters, where you just have to drive across desert. Yeah. And that can be achieved by a little bit boost. And here we're gonna go for this part. So we just go bam. And I think we're golden, pony boy. Jump. And yeah, we got it. Bam, 203. That is actually a nice time. Coyote compound. Another one of these. Drive across the desert. This one I would actually say is the don't die part. I mean, just because there are these things that try to chase you down, and here we'll actually see one of them in action. They are very fast. I don't actually know if they are just fitted to the character that you've chosen or what they do, but they seem to be quite fast compared to Zoe. So here we want to destroy these gates in a very specific sort of manner, because when we drive out of them again, we don't want any sort of trouble. Let's see if I got it right. Like, I mean, you could drive that way around and then drive around the mountain, or you could just go back here. So, I mean, the thing I'm talking about is you could go like a very long route around. I could just do this. Remind me, no. Because then you also reset these guys. Sometimes someone will pop up right now. No. And kill you. And that is a phenomenal time. I mean, those guys just surfing across the desert, living the life. I mean, you would think a speedrunner of this game would have it down to not get killed by those guys. Nope, absolutely not. Landed, come on. Don't get killed right here. And I actually think that saved me. And that should be safety right here. And there should be like 2 levels left in this one. Border crossing. So in this one you pick Pedro for the first time, I think. And what is special about Pedro is that, well, there's really nothing special about Pedro. He just has a stronger van than the Yangs, but it is also slightly slower and definitely more buggy. Like, look at that, it could catch a whole plate and everything. So there are definitely for and against using Pedro. Mostly against. But because of the Yangs just sort of die in this level, so we have to pick him. No. Again, this level is blue ball's really annoying. And see there. Is it my no? I can't actually see. It's just sort of random when the blue balls kill you. And I think we got it right there. And bam. So this door we don't want glitching on us. And here, that dog can glitch because we are going to reset that motherfucker anyway. And then you just want to go full speed right here. And then brake. And we're good. So that should be this level. So we want to make sure to get enough speed. That did just fine. And so this level is very tedious because, well, it has very long checkpoints. But we did it anyway, so. Next stage. This one you guys might see as sort of a coward, and that is because it involves those AIs. I do not want to have to deal with those guys. So I found a way to get it down pretty consistently under 40 seconds with Pedro, I think. But again, everything can just go tits up when you're working with those AIs. So this one works 90% of the time, and the only reason for it not working is the skill shot at the very end, where you have to drive into a wall and eject. So I actually think I went way too far right there. Now, the good thing about this is that it is such a huge goddamn checkpoint. You can see the goal is actually stretched out, so it's the same thing, just bigger. And there we go. Tom's Foggy Challenge. Now, some people might find this weird, but you can just go like that. And then you want to go on to this side, not too far though, and I could probably make that. And I just done goofed. So that happens to anybody, really. And go. Great. Now these Reagan balls are of no danger to us at all. Ever. Again, we can... Why did that happen? Bam. And again, same thing. This guy does not mess around. He should be right here, right? Yeah. So sadly we can't go on that one because it just disappears into the wall. And I'm having way more trouble at this than I should. I mean, I still have the rest of the Glory Gauntlet to complete, and to be quite frank, the thing I'm most worried about is still the Aussie Challenge. Even though I got it a couple of times first try, I still do not believe in that being a consistent part of this run. And bam, a ridiculous. This thing I actually experimented a little bit with. So the thing is, every time you go through those lasers, your head kind of expands, right? So if you keep going through the lasers, there is no limit to how big your head can become. And we got it first try. That is supposedly the hard part of this level. Now I'm going to try to do this in big head just because it is funny. But you know, I might slip up and fuck it up. And I done did it. I should have just kept on. Goddamn. So the first one is just going to go exactly like that. We can go up here, boost past that one, and like that. And end it in good time, actually. Next track is Sasquatch. This one is all about flinging poop and, well, not, not sliding off and such. It really is one of those little bit more tedious levels. So this part is sort of random if you don't got any boost. Sometimes you die like that, but I made it anyways. And sometimes you just don't, so here you want to flick it and bam. Right between, oh god damn it. Spoke too soon. Flick it and not be right there. Flick it and just go like this exactly. Yeah. Precise move. Go up here, break. So what you can do there, you can actually go off the side after collecting the checkpoint, but it is faster taking the ramp down as you kind of accelerate a little bit in speed. Now, this one, an Aussie challenge, probably the hardest level in the whole game. We're just going to do this. Oh, sorry. Did I say? Yeah, I said hardest level, not the hardest obstacle. And the reason for it being the hardest level is just simply there are only yellow checkpoints, and we are fighting against AI. Now, what does the AI in this game have to do with, well, fighting against them? Well, the reason why we just dislike them so much is because they are purely aggressive. They are 100% aggressive. You want to get enough speed to just hit the first one and then the second. the third one actually. Yeah, like that. And then we want to go through the barrels like this. Exactly. And sometimes, if you have enough speed, it seems we might... No, 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 no. Oh, we just taking the way around. But those traps can actually help you kill them off. And I think I just did that, so they will definitely be coming for me here in a moment. No, 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 no. So that is the finish line. And 3, 2, 1. Yes. Fuck yeah. I'm sorry about that. I said heck yeah. And, well. So this one, the first part is nothing special. We just saw it with the snowball part. But what is special right here is these knives. And the thing is, you can't just cruise through them. You actually have to take them one at a time, because else you just die. It's a real shame. And this part can also sometimes feel random. Oh no, that's not the part I'm thinking of. Sorry. It's the part after this one. And just reset. Like the next green brand up there you just saw. Please? Oh god, no. Yeah, there. This part up here, because of this giant knife. And I think I got it, yeah. So that part I have died at so many times, you can't even count it on 7 hands or whatever. Here, bam. And I actually messed it up. These knives just touch edges, and pretty much you can just time it every single time. No worries there. Bam, checkpoint. Now this one is bad because they are throwing not poop at you, but oranges. So this is one of those cases where I get to say Orange Man bad. And we did it. Now the last part is just a simple launch pad and a blender. Korei Kenshin challenge. Become one with the blade or study it or whatever. Now this one is all about these very, very sharp blades that will just kill anything of you that touches them. So don't do that. But we will have to right here. Bam. And I think... Oh, it was the next one. I should have reset that, but whatever. We can just do it twice. The reason I'm resetting right here is because the possibility of me losing my left arm like that, and then if I have already lost my right arm, I will actually die. But because I've only lost my left arm now, I can just keep on going. Now, this part is not that bad, really. So I think we need this one and the Delirious Challenge. And of course, the final level. The biggest challenge, I think it's called. My wheel just got stuck inside of that geometric figure. So again, here it might very much be possible to make it skip around or over or something. Bam. Definitely here. But as of right now, that is just not possible. I mean, look at that. And what we just saw there is something that happens from time to time. The game can't decide where to put the character, so it just places them way, way far away. Now this part is actually not really that hard, because there is just a little path you can just take. And here you can, oh, I couldn't get it today. And I just improved on my own score. Yes, this is the second last level, not that hard. Same thing with the knives from before you. I just said it out loud and I did it anyway. You kind of have to go like this and break. Because you will get whacked by that final one and there's just no way around it. Bam. Now these levels do need optimization from me. For example, there's this path and this thing. Did I miss a checkpoint? No? Am I just stupid? Did I just reset for nothing? Yeah, I did. So it's just because the checkpoint is really far away on this one. Got it. It's right there. There actually needs to be a marker for that one. Now, what those cones are telling us, and I didn't even listen to him, is that 2 of the teddy bears each time is going to be safe, and the rest are going to be bombs. And all of these teddy bears in here are, yeah, you guessed it, bombs. So if you hit any of them, they'll explode and you die. Very fun times. Now these fishing hooks you actually see 2 more times. Right here. And at the very end as a surf troll. No, 2 more. I guess there's one over here also. He really loves those fishing hooks. No. He really loves those fishing hooks. Look at it. Bam. Go up here. And I didn't actually know if those would explode. Doesn't matter. None's the matter. Kill off Jimmy. He's not important anyway. But those guys are really annoying. So there is this sort of last troll. Bam. And time is coming up. So the next level, an impossible challenge, that's the name. So I'm thinking get this as... So 137. I'm sorry that I didn't keep track, apparently. I'll actually just have to go back and watch the video. But I think that should be the new world record right there. And quit these and go to recording, and I'm just off. This has been Fups, FUPWS, doing another speedrun of Guts and Glory leading to the world record.